Good morning, class. Let us continue with the social class, chapter 3, climate, right? So, yesterday we have discussed until the topic ocean currents. So, today let us see the climatic zones, okay, and the different types of climates that we have. Alright, let us start with the climatic zones. Page number 23. From the division of the Earth into three heat zones, it is clear that as we move away from the equator towards the poles, the temperature goes on decreasing. The influence of the climate on the lifestyles of people can be best understood by studying the different climatic zones. We have already discussed about this, the different heat zones, or you can say the thermal zones, and at the same time that how does climate affect the lifestyle of the people, the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the house, the type of houses that we built in, right? All these depend upon the climatic conditions of that particular area. Regions having similar characteristic features of climate are grouped under one climatic zones. According to a recent code of Bureau of Indian Standard, the country may be divided into five major climatic zones. Okay, so the different climatic zones that a country can be divided into. Number one, that's hot and dry, which means the monthly temperature must be more than 30 degrees Celsius and relative humidity must be more than 55 percentage. That's the first climatic zone, okay, or you can say that a type of climate that a country can have. Next comes warm and humid, which means the monthly temperature will be somewhere more than 25 degree to 30 degrees Celsius, not more than that, and the relative humidity must be more than somewhere between 55 to 75 percentage. Next, we have temperate climatic condition. That means the monthly temperature is somewhere between 25 and 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, and relative humidity is less than 75 percentage. Cold, which means the temperature is less than 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, cold, less than 25 degrees Celsius, and relative humidity, it depends all values. And the next climatic condition that we have is composite, which means when the temperature is 6 months or more do not fall within any of the other categories, okay, the above four categories. If the temperature in 6 months or more than 6 months does not fall in any of the above categories, then that particular climatic condition is called composite. So basically these are the criteria, these five criteria of division of the different climatic zones. All right, so let us see this the same different climatic zones in a little more detailed manner. Hot and dry zone lies in the western and the central parts of India, that is Jaisalmer, Jodhpur and Solapur. These are some of the towns which experiences these types of climate. So basically here there is nothing much to where I have to explain. It's all about memorizing. You have to memorize, you have to remember this, where in India, where do we have hot and dry climate, where do we have warm and humid, and what is the criteria for hot and dry, what is the criteria for temperate climatic zone, so that you have to memorize. Next we have warm and humid. Where is it? Let's see. The warm and humid zone covers the coastal parts of the country such as Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata. Next we have the temperate climatic condition, that's Pune and Bangalore, not Bangalore, sorry, Bangalore. Next we have cold. Generally the northern part of India experiences this type of climate, that is cold. And composite. Where do we have composite climate? Let's see. The composite zone covers the central part of India such as New Delhi, Kanpur and Allahabad. Alright, so these are basically the places where we have the different climatic zones and the criteria that we have discussed in page number 24, right on top those 5 points. Please go through. Next we have a greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse effect? Let's see how it is caused. The greenhouse effect is caused by the interaction of the sun's energy with greenhouse gases such as CO2, carbon dioxide and methane. The ability of these gases to trap heat is what results in greenhouse effect. It raises the temperature of the atmosphere. The entire paragraph is important. Please mark it. So basically, greenhouse effect means the interaction, okay, the interaction between the sun's energy, heat, okay, sun rays, with the greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane. These gases, that is carbon dioxide, methane, they have got ability to to trap this what do you call the heat within themselves, and that is called the greenhouse effect. And because of which what happens is that the temperature of the atmosphere also rises. See, there is a figure given in page number 24, just above the topic greenhouse effect on the right hand side. The same thing that is described here in words, that is also described in the form of image, which will help you see the earth and the atmosphere. Now when the sun heat comes in, now this particular atmosphere, which is a combination of various gases like CO2, methane and all, they trap the heat within themselves. On the right hand side of that particular box, it's little, the words are very small, you have to just figure it out. It's written the greenhouse effect. Some of the infrared radiation passes through the atmosphere, but most is absorbed and re-emitted in all directions by greenhouse gas molecules and clouds. The effect of this is to warm the earth's surface and the lower atmosphere. Okay, so same way what we have discussed here, that is given in the image. This image is important. Okay, so if you may get a question that describe greenhouse effect, hmm, give with the help of an image. Just mark this image. All right. Next we have forecasting the weather. Meteorologists are those people who forecast the weather. Underline the first sentence. That means those people, those who deal with the weather are called meteorologists. They do with they do this with the help of the satellites. They give us information regarding temperature, humidity, rainfall, etc. Right now currently, we this eastern part, especially this what we call Odisha, West Bengal and all, as per this the meteorologist team of our country, we're going to receive a kind of a cyclone which is named as Yash. If you just go through the news, you'll be aware of it. Now this meteorologist department, they really play a very vital role, a very important role, so that the people, we and each one of us, we can be prepared mentally as well as physically with all the required things beforehand, before any natural calamities and all takes place. Say be it heavy rainfall, or be it cyclone, or be it whatsoever types of condition, like right now the present condition that I'm telling you about. So even yesterday when I was going through the news, I could see that this eastern zone, the date they have mentioned is from 24th, 25th, 26th, these 3 days. Okay, so you can suddenly expect a kind of a change of weather all of a sudden. Like yesterday, it so happened. The entire day was so hot, but suddenly in the evening, in my place, I don't know about your place, it started raining all of a sudden, and also with accompanied with a little bit of kind of a heavy wind. So that's what, which was unexpected, and this was already won by this meteorologist team. So therefore, they play, and especially this meteorologist when it comes to crop production, farming, because food, everybody, you be whoever you are, whether you be a what in what category of human being you fall into, that doesn't matter, but ultimately end of the day, each one of us, we need food to survive. Now food, crop production, it is something which is based on nature, and weather, right, weather also plays a very important role. Now meteorologists, they play a very 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 important role, especially in the lives of farmers. So with this we end this chapter, and just let us sum up this chapter. Let's see some of the key points. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place in time. Climate is the average weather condition of a place over a long period of time. The farther we are from the equator, the colder the climate is. The Earth has three main heat zones, that is torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. The altitude of the place also affects its climate. The areas lying close to the sea have a moderate type of climate. Why? This question is important. I'll give you this, that why the areas lying close to the sea have a moderate type of climate. The same thing has been discussed yesterday. Yeah, so that's all. We come to the end of this chapter. You have just some question answers, fill in the blanks, choose the correct word, true or false, match the following, match the column. All right, you know what you have to do, right? I did my part, now it's your part to do. Each and every word has been explained, and almost everything, yeah, everything was discussed, nothing is being left from this chapter. So now grab your pen, paper, notebook, partner, and complete up your task. All right, be home, be safe. God bless you all.